know. Don't worry, I don't normally buy water jugs. I've been refilling this one from the house for probably a year and a half. I've had this thing. Just have to bring a lot of water to work that day. I already drank one of these today. I'm on my second one. What else I ran this morning? It is 90 degrees in here. Well, 89. That's backwards. But I'm always doing pipes from the beginning. And I've got 5 of them already made in there. And I was just going to take them all off. Or I was going to add texture. I might put the water bottle cap on. So I'm going to add texture to all of them, and then I'm going to take them off. You guys never get to see how I actually remove the pipes from the handles, so we'll do a few of those today. So they're all in my annealer, right there. It's sitting at 1100 degrees. You can see all these handles hanging out, so they can all stay warm, and I can make a bunch of them at one time. I'll not have to finish it. I can reheat it production style, if you will. Alright, what do we got first? So first is the texture. I'm just making basic spoons for mystery boxes. So my mystery boxes, I just make a bunch of pipes, put them all in the same style box, don't label them, and when one sells, I just grab a random box and ship it. So I don't know what goes where, and it's really, really fun. So I'm just going to use this little graphite butter knife, they call it. And I'm going to spot heat just the side of this shaft of the pipe. And I'm going to use it to press some lines. It doesn't add any kind of function. It's just kind of fun to run your finger over it. It's going to be hard to see. To see the edge of them. It's going to be hard to see with that color. Alright, on to the next one. This one already has lines in it, so this one I'm actually going to remove. Well, I'll flash it and then I'll show you. So this one I'm just going to remove because it's all done. You'll be able to see the lines in this one. It's cooled down. On the side there, and right on the mouthpiece down there too. So this one's all finished. Where am I from? I'm from Minnesota. It's hot as fuck right now. So flash the mouthpiece again, and I'm gonna flash this claw thing in the flame. I don't want to get it too hot, but I don't want it cold, or else when I go like this, it's just gonna crack the piece. Then I push it up, tighten it, and there's a little knob on the side. You twist, and then it grabs the piece, and then I can take it off this little blowpipe. So I just spin it even in a sharp flame. And then I always save, there's a little bit of color right here. I always save that. Don't waste color. So then, it's all closed up at the end. Not very functional. So I have to pick that open until I have a hole. So basically I pull the glass thinner and thinner and thinner until it like pops a hole in itself. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's hot. It's 90 degrees in here today. I like it like that though. Sweating is very good for you. As long as you drink enough water and electrolytes. I am big on electrolytes. Been drinking a lot of Element lately. Element. Alright, so I got it popped open as I was chatting. And then I want to make it round and flat. So I'm going to take this guy. And this is graphite as well. Most of my tools are graphite. This one wants to be oblong, so we're going to make it oblong because I smashed the mouthpiece and then I gave it a little twist, so we're going to leave that natural little twist it's got going. Alright, here's number one. Number one. Do I have anything I want to fix before I show you? Nope. So like I said, these are going to be a bunch of mystery boxes. They go for a really good price too. I'll post them tomorrow in the comments on here. So then, there's my Mueller Kevlar sleeve, because I'm really sweaty right now. I don't want to stick my arm in there with all that sweat at 1100 degrees. This is a Kevlar glove. I doubled it up because they're only 400 degree resistance, so now technically it's 800. I don't know. But under the cloth, I have the pipe in my hand. Pop it in there before I burn a hole in my finger. It's really, it burns your fingers within like 3 seconds, so I really just want to get it in there quick. I'm just going to leave this on because I have a lot of pipes to take off. Alright, what do we got next? Let's add some texture to this potion one. So I used this color the other day on a live. It turns from green, blue, it looks fucking clear, but it turns from green, blue to purple in different kind of lighting. So that's pretty cool. Hey, good day. What are you making? I made a bunch of pipes already, and I'm adding texture to them, and I'm taking them off the blowpipe. Because typically when I do live videos, I just make the pipe, and you don't get to see the texture and ending part. So I'm doing the texture and ending part that you never get to see. So because I flattened this mouthpiece, I got a bunch of like textured lines from the flattening process, and I'm just blasting that out on the bottom one. And then I'm going to get a spot hot on the shaft part and put some textured lines. Just one little hot spot. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. There's 3 little textured lines on there. It's just really fun when you're smoking. Blast the lines out of the top part of the flat mouthpiece. And then I'm going to add some texture down there too. Hope everybody's having a good summer. Or winter. I guess maybe are in Australia, I should say. I don't know. So I blasted the lines out down there from the flattening of the mouthpiece. Now I'm going to add more texture to the side. And I don't want to like misform or misshape its form. So I want to get it hot where it adds the lines, but not too hot where everything moves on me. That was really good. Vivification. I like to look in the bowl for any kind of weird flaws before I say it's good to go. There's the texture on the mouthpiece. Like I said, it doesn't add any function. It just adds some fun things to run your finger over when you're smoking. Alright. Let's take this one off. As long as the bowl's good. Bowl's good. Choke's good. Shaft is good. So this one looks orange and blue. It'll be a bright, bright yellow and blue once it's not 1100 degrees. Okay. So I'm just heating up the mouthpiece. This is the cloth. Give that a little flash in the flame. And then you're able to just hold the piece. Try to get as centered as possible, but it's not ever going to be perfectly centered in the cloth. And then I'm able to cut this off. then it's closed up on the bottom, if you missed before. So we gotta pull it out thinner and thinner and thinner until it pops open its own hole. It's pretty cool. The first time I ever did this picking open a mouthpiece, it took me 45 minutes. It'll take me about 40 seconds now, as long as I didn't just jinx myself. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll try to go through them. After this piece, I'll take a look. So I'm just pulling the, well, there it popped open. I'm just pulling the glass off, like just at the very end. I don't want to get it too hot, because then it's just going to keep melting back together. But you can pull it thin enough where eventually it just pops open. Hey, hey, hey. I'll read them in a second. I'm just going to flatten this mouthpiece, round it out. Possibly put some texture in the next pipe, and then I'll read it. So this is just graphite, and this is graphite as well. Just making it flat. Make it round. A little too small, or that's a little too small for this hole, so I want a bigger one. Flat round, flat round, flat round. We're flat and we're round. See how it turned yellow up here because it's not 1,000 degrees anymore? It was like bright orange when I took it out of the annealer. So there's the annealer again. I'm going to pop this in. This yellow thing is just Kevlar. Whew, don't knock shit, no. This is just Kevlar as well. You can loosen this up. Make sure it sits flat. Shove it in. Alright, that is number 2 done. I'm going to look at some questions really fast, and then we'll do the next one. Don't know who we is. There's no we. Smoking pipes? Yes. Is it hot? Yes, it's 90 degrees in here. Been sweating my butt off all day. This part I don't sweat too much. But making them, like melting the whole pipe down, I'm just like sopping wet sweating. Which I probably should have. Wiped my camera before I started this. So cool, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gonna get hot and not, yeah, gonna get hot, not. Gonna get hot right now. I hopped in the live and already love how dedicated she is with what she's making. Great attention to detail. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. English or Spanish? I do not speak Spanish, but I really want to learn. Alright, back to it. I'm gonna snag another. Woo! I'm gonna fuck up my torch. I'm gonna grab another pipe out of the annealer. That black box right there. What do we get? So when I was adding the texture to this one, I did see a little imperfection in the bowl that I want to fix really quick. But if you missed it before, this one's called Potion. It looks clear, but when it's not 1100 degrees, it changes from green, purple, and blue depending on your lighting. So if you're inside, outside, LED light, it'll change different colors. It's by Colorado Color Company. It's pretty fucking cool. There's a lot of CFL changing colors. That just means they change in different lighting. So I just wanted to blast. There's like a little line in here from pushing the bowl. And I don't want it there. Other glass blowers wouldn't care. I don't let that shit fly. And the hole is like slightly too big. So if I blast the flame up in there, it shrinks it down. I don't want to make it too small though. So I'm just going to re-push the bowl with my bowl push a little bit. Let's see if I got that line out. Yeah, buddy. Alright, now it's perfect. Now I can go back in the annealer, heat back up, and then it'll be ready to take off the next round. So I'll grab the next pipe. I got a question. What's up? I got an answer. Ooh, we got an unobtainium pipe. So it's like a really sparkly blue. I'm gonna add a little texture to this one and pop it back in the annealer before I take it off of the little pipe. What kind of texture? Maybe I'll do circles this time. We've been doing a lot of lines. I have a circle too, so I'll do that. I'll add the circles to the mouthpiece. So this one I just do one at a time. Oh, it's gonna be cool. Oh, I got a notification. Sorry about that. Alright, check it out. I don't have ADHD. Squirrel. No, I'm kidding. Isn't that cool little texture on the mouthpiece? Just a little fun additive. So, back in the annealer. And I'll grab the next one. Oh, Scooby-Doo! This color is also made by Colorado Color Company, and the orange and the dark red will be so much brighter when it's not 1100 degrees. And I need to add some texture to this one too before it's done. So I think I'll do the same thing with that circle push. Just add some little circles to the mouthpiece. I think that looks really cool. And it's just different. Want to make them stand out. And I always do odd numbers in art. I don't know why. You just gotta do odd numbers. So like 3, 5, 7, 9. I wouldn't want to do 4 circles there. That would put the shit out of me. Don't do that. So I'm just gonna check the bowl and the light. Make sure there's no funkiness in there. Make sure the choke's good. No liquefaction under the bowl. This one is ready to take off. So I'm gonna pop it back in the annealer. Let it heat back up. You can see how that orange is starting to turn yellow because it will be yellow when it's not 1100 degrees. Alright, we can take off the potion one. So I just wiped the kiln dust on that little Kevlar glove. Heat up the mouthpiece where I'll be taking it off. Heat up the metal cloth so I don't crack it. Get it down to a sharp flame. I don't want to put this handle down too much because right now the condensation, I can see it dripping into my pipe, and that will crack your mouthpiece. So keep this handle facing down as much as possible as you're working on it and removing it, and just watch for that condensation. It is freaking humid today, so high risk condensation crackage. So before, when you take it off, it's just closed up. Not very functional. So, I saved that bit of color. I never waste color. And then you've got to pick it open. Slowly but surely, you'll pick the glass thinner and thinner and thinner. And then it just eventually opens up on itself. Because it's science. But I don't want this too hot because then it keeps melting and gets thicker and thicker. I'm trying to get you thinner and thinner. I push it on the side of my torch to kind of like cool it down so I'm not adding the glass back on. It's like an insta-cool. Ooh, I didn't wham my elbow on the graphite pad.
Never done that before.
So it's opened up. I just want to make sure the glass is even before I flatten it, and then even out the hole. Flatten and make it round. So flatten. I like to flip 180, flat twice, and then I'll make it round. Sometimes with these flat mouthpieces, they want to create like more of an oval, and then I'll go with the flow of that oval, but this one is letting me make it round and flat, so yeah. All these pipes again are going to be in mystery boxes where I just throw them in boxes. When people buy them, then I just grab a random box and ship it out, and I don't know who gets what, so that's always fun. And this will be green, blue, purple, depending what kind of lighting it's in. I know it looks clear, but it's not clear. So again, doubled up Kevlar glove. Pop it up with the claw, make sure she sits flat. And into the unknown. No, into the annealer. It's sitting at 1100 degrees. And once I'm done with the day, I let the annealer drop really slowly into tomorrow, and that way you don't get any cracks or thermal shock. Thermal shock's like putting a chunk of ice in your hot coffee and it just... So to prevent that, you anneal them. China pipes are not annealed, and that's why they crack so much. Nice. Thanks, Sammy. Alright, next. Let's take off this unobtainium one. So I've got two different unobtainium colors. The normal one's up top, the middle silver unobtainium, and then the bottom is regular unobtainium. I thought it would be fun to do a variety. So flash the pipe on the mouthpiece. Oh, I didn't check the bowl on this one. I gotta check that really quick. Just want to make sure there's no bubbles, cracks, weird shit going on. It bowl's the right size. Looks good. So put the claw on. Get it as centered as possible. Tighten up the little doodah on the side so it stays. And then I'm just going to cut this off. And all this color, once again, I want to save. I will not throw that away. I usually use those little ends for like mushroom pendants and stuff, but depends what I'm making. Sometimes I'll use them for the back of millies. Oh, I didn't show you that. So when I pulled that off, it was closed, and then I got to pick it open really quick. Not really quick, but you got to pick it open. And then it's really uneven, so I want to make it flat and round it out. Use my graphite 90-degree pad to make it flat. Use this graphite piece to round her out. Flat. Round. Flat. Round. Sometimes you can do that once, sometimes it takes 10 times. It just depends what the glass wants to do. Oh my god, slay. Oh, thank you. Alright, so back to the annealer. Oh, your glasses are sliding off my face. If anybody's wondering, I'm not bald. I do a lot here. So loosen this claw, make sure she sits, and into the annealer, which is 1100 degrees. And that's the main reason I have this Kevlar on, is just putting shit in there. It is so hot, especially when you're sweating. Alright, we got one more. I said I had 5. One more. Wipe it off. This is the Scooby-Doo one that looks orange, but by the end of picking open the mouthpiece, it'll look yellow. Because it is. It's just really, 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 really hot right now. And glass looks totally different when it's really, really hot. So get that as centered as possible, tighten it down, and then I'm able to pull this blow pipe off. Save this color for later. And I'm just gonna pick it open. So it's totally closed right now. That's not a very functional spoon. So I gotta pull the glass thinner and thinner and thinner until I have a hole, which is not an easy skill to obtain. I know a lot of people that'll just like pull it thin and then cut it open with like a nipper. I like to do it the proper way. There it goes. It just popped open. Got it thin enough. And then I just want to go around the edges and ever so slightly pull off the unevenness or any burnt glass. And I'm just going to chuck my shit apparently. And I want to make it flat and round. So flat. And round. And flat. And round. Alright. Last one. We're good. And you can see, I told you, how it's not that orange color anymore. It's turning yellow because it's not 1100 degrees. And there's the mouthpiece. Damn, you have some pretty nice pipes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very nice. They're all super thick too. People write to me all the time how they drop them on concrete or they get out of the car and they fly down the driveway and there's not even a mark on it. Alright, just get it flat. Into the unknown. Whew, pretty hot in there. Alright, any quick questions before I move on to make memorials? I got some memorials to make today. That's another thing. I work with a lot of ashes. I know how important those things can be, so I like to make memorials for people to remember their lost loved ones. Ooh! Oh, there's a fly in here. Yeah, I still can't pick a hole open like that. You'll get it. The main thing is the control of the heat of the flame. And as you saw, cooling it down on the side really helps too. Like when I'm picking it, cool down your picking tool so you're not just adding that glass back. You know what I mean? It took me 45 minutes to figure it out the first time. My teacher Cameron just like stared at me. He's like, you got it yet? You got it yet? You got it yet? No. And then I remember he adjusted the flame and I got it like in a second. But it's a finicky thing. You'll get it. Paint colors, thank you. Alright, well if nobody's got any more questions, I think I'm going to skedaddle. I'll definitely keep doing lives every week, at least once a week. I'll try to do them more as my life's not so crazy. I'm pretty crazy right now. So thank you for all the love. I had a lot of people watching today. That is awesome. Subscribe, like my videos, turn on that notification bell. Thanks for all the love.